What the heck is going on? What is up? It's your boy Joker J, and we're coming to you live with day 2 of the BBF Takeover. But before we get into this, if you did not see my Discord, I do have some sad news to announce. Momma Joker, my mother, passed away around 11 a.m. this morning. So if you don't mind, I'm going to want to take a moment of silence in honor of my mom. And when I do the VOD, I will post a picture of her during this moment of silence in the VOD. So if you don't mind, bear with me as we just take a moment of silence for my mother as she passed away this morning about 11 a.m. from what we believe is sepsis. So
you make me burning, yes, I'm burning away. I like the vibe that you throw in my way. You make me burning, yes, I'm burning away. I like the vibe that you throw in my way.
thank you all for honoring my mother with that moment of silence. I want to see thank you Mint and Ghost and Isabella for the hosts and auto hosts. So we're gonna go through with this. I'm gonna do my best to still make this a real good stream. I need a distraction, so thank you, Mint. So I'm gonna do my best to try to keep this as good of a stream as possible, and we'll go from there. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get the day 2 of BBF Takeover done. As our first match pit is a steel cage 2 out of 3 falls as it pits Heather Angelo against Furi. And bets are live. Place your estimation bet space 0 for Heather or 1 for Furi. Followed by our space miners for 1 to 1,000 Jokers. This is our first match of day 2 of the BBF Takeover. Day 1 was yesterday. What is up, Jade? Thank you for tuning in. Day 1 was yesterday, so we are doing day 2 today of this takeover. I really need the distraction, so that's why I'm going ahead with the stream. Plus, I know Momma Joker would like that. She would want me to continue on, so we're going to go ahead with this stream. Making her way down to the ring, she has an overall record of 4 wins and only 1 loss. She is Heather Angelo.
A big fight field inside the arena right now for the steel cage match. And keep in mind that that cage is not just here to keep these two inside the ring. As we've seen countless times in the past, it can also be used as a cold and incredibly unforgiving.
This is a steel cage 2 out of 3 falls match. If you put your predictions in, they have been locked, and I have screenshotted them, so you cannot change your predictions throughout the show. And making her way down to the ring, she has overall record of 1 win and 0 losses. She is Furi.
Indiana, Furious Man Armor.
Corey, what should we be on the lookout for here in this steel cage match? Cole, you can bet both of these superstars will be looking as much as possible here tonight. At least they should be looking to do that.
All right, like I said, this is a steel cage 2 out of 3 falls category. The steel cage is a lower end. The bell has rang. The match is underway, and right away, Heather Angelou's elbow to Fury, followed by a kick to the back of the knee. Heather Angelou goes to get Fury, but Fury reverses and kicks her right in the midsection. I think it was the lower abdomen. Went to go grab for leg, miss. Fury takes her down with the roll through side headlock. And Heather rolls out of it. Well, forces Fury to roll out of it. Fury with a roundhouse to the upper back. Misses with the stomp. Heather Angelou's back up to her feet. Fury grabs Heather Angelou, tosses her into the corner. She bounces out of the corner, and Heather answers with an elbow, and then a baseball dropkick takes Fury out by the knees, followed by a stomp to, I guess that was the hip area. Could have been the arm. Fury grabbed both. She might have came down hard on the hip. Heather grabs Fury, picks her up. Fury reverses into a reverse neck breaker. Tosses Heather into the face first, turns her around, places her back into the turnbuckles, grabs her, pulls her out of the turnbuckles, comes up to the middle rope, and takes her down with the knee straight to the spine. That's what we're going to do. Fury goes for the pin. We got a 1. We got a 2, and Heather kicks out at 2. This is 2 out of 3 falls count. 2 out of 3 falls. Fury feeling herself. She's having herself up, trying to get warmed up. Heather gets up to her feet, grabs Fury, takes her around. Russian leg sweep takes Fury down. Thank you, Team Monster. Fury drags Heather with the arm drag. Roundhouse to the shoulder. Fury grabs Heather, tosses her into the turnbuckles face first, goes for the double knees, missed completely, and Heather's going to answer with a crossbody splash.
For almost 35 years,
Fury takes her down with the arm drag, brings her up to her feet, walks her over towards the ropes, leans her up against the ropes, and Heather's going to fight out of a big old kick to the lower abdomen. Crossbody takes her down. Goes for the pin. We got a 1. We got a no. Fury kicks it out before the ref can count a 2 count.
The steel cage. You mentioned the most iconic.
Heather grabs Fury, whips her into the turnbuckles face first, goes for the drop kick, and Fury sidesteps. We don't see Fury around too often. She hasn't been in many matches, but she definitely wanted to be part of this BBF Takeover. Goes for the pin. We got a. I lost track of the count. I think it was a 2 count, and Heather kicks out. Fury is trying to escape. This is 2 out of 3 falls. Oh, she is not, as she drops the elbow across the chest of Heather. Fury brings Heather up to a vertical base, grabs her, whips her into the ropes, picks her up. Oh, and what a kick by Fury, and Heather is down. The fans of JJI are chanting, "This is awesome," and I agree. Collar and elbow tie up. Heather pushes Fury away. Fury dips behind her, picks her up by the waist, slams her face first into the canvas. Drags her over towards, I believe, the ropes. Fury's going to go for the dirty pin. We got a 1, and Heather kicks out at the count of 1. And Fury's starting to show some frustration there. Kick to the midsection, or sorry, to the chest. Goes for the baseball slide, but Heather sidestepped her. Heather with the crossbody once again on Fury.
Wow, nice move right
Heather brings Fury up to a vertical base. Picks her up. Oh, and Fury reverses the DDT. Heather takes the legs out from Fury. What a match between these two. We still get to have our first fall in this 2 out of 3 steel cage match. And Heather is taking Fury's face and sliding it into the canvas.
The end may be near.
Heather's going for a submission.
She's starting to fight out, guys.
And Fury's going to power out of it.
She breaks free. I don't know how
She's grabbing her back as she gets up to her feet, but she manages to take Heather down by the legs and then pretty much wrestle crawl over her. Brings Heather back up to a vertical base.
She might have it.
Puts her in a side headlock, picks her up, and drops her right on her face. Stomps on the the lower back. Heather uses the ropes to get up to her feet. Fury don't let her get all the way up as she hits her with a club and forearm across the shoulder. Fury brings up Heather to a vertical base. Big old right. Heather gets turned around. Fury grabs Heather, hooks the arms, slams her down. Goes for the pin. The ref counts to 1. The ref counts to 2.
Once they hear the
And Fury gets the first pinfall of this 2 out of 3 falls match. Forearm to the upper back. Heather grabs Fury. Pump handle. Pump handle suplex connects.
Shut it down.
Goes for the pin. The ref counts a 1. And we are tied at 1 apiece. I thought I heard my car alarm going off. That's why I hesitated there. And now we are tied at 1 apiece in this 2 out of 3 falls. Fury takes Heather down with the leg sweep. Goes for the quick pin. We got a 1. We got a 2. And Fury walks away, your winner.
And the victory.
And T-Monster starting off with the right bets. Continuing his streak from yesterday.
I can't believe what we just witnessed. Steel cage matches never fail to surprise and amaze.
Yes, that was a big win by Fury. And Fury improves her record to 2 wins and no losses as Heather record drops to 4 wins and 2 losses.
I remember this part very well. Check this out.
And just so you know, no, this is not beer in here. This is actually half and half. Arizona half and half, iced tea and lemonade. I'm just trying to keep it cold.
And here's a last look at this one.
Or if you're old school, it's called an Arnold Palmer.
Here is your winner, Furious.
And Fury walks away, the winner of the falls steel cage match. Yeah, it's a good drink. I haven't had it in a while, and I saw it on sale, so I picked up a 12-pack. I had to look behind me to see what it was. All right, our next match, like I said, this up because of the tag title turmoil, but our next match is a 2v2 tag match, as we are going to have the Alliance of Doom versus the Enforcers of BBF. So we have Kotomi with Jiwoo versus Isabella and Ruby Cain. All right, this is a normal 2v2 match, and bets are live. Place your estimation bet space 0 for the Alliance of Doom or 1 for the BBF Enforcers. 5 on our space minus from 1 to 1,000 Jokers. Don't forget our main event tonight as puts the new tag team champions Ultimate Winter against BBF. Right now, BBF throughout this whole show has not lost a single match. Knock on wood. I think that was wood. Might have been plastic. I don't know. Hello, Isabella. Welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Way down to the ring. They're the team of Kotomi, Koga, and Jiwoo. They are the Alliance of Doom.
All the way to the ring, the Queen and Jay Wood, the Dangerous Alliance.
Byron, how big is this match for these two teams here tonight? Well, Michael, the tag team division is white hot right now. So while a win will obviously be huge, I can tell you that a loss would be absolutely devastating. Given the competition right now,
this is the first ever match for those two teamed up together. They faced one another, but they haven't been teamed up together. Making their way down to the ring, they are Isabella Brooks They are Ruby, Cain. They are the enforcers of BBF. And Isabella looks amped up. Both of them do.
And their opponents, Isabella Brooks and Mrs. C.
For those of you that don't know Isabella and Ruby Cain, they are the significant others of T-Monster and Josh Cain. Entrance to give them, so I just gave them BBF's entrance. I hope that's all right for y'all. I wasn't quite sure. They're a little too fierce to come out with a pretty entrance.
That's how big this one is.
Looks like Kotomi and Isabella are going to kick things off in this match. Isabella's ring. The match is underway in this 2v2 normal tag match. We got Carnival Time. Kotomi's going to reverse into the transition into the wrist lock. Takes Isabella down by one knee. Hooks the arm in a formation of the arm bar. Yes, they do, T-Monster. They do look ready. And Isabella transitions into an arm bar. Good technical wrestling to kick this match off. And Kotomi's going to roll out of it. Big O's chop followed by an elbow and another chop across the face. I don't think Isabella took too kindly being slapped across the face like that. Kotomi picks up Isabella. Isabella reverses, kicks her in the back of the knee, almost takes her out. Puts her in a side headlock. Picks her up. Oh, and what a move by Isabella. Takes her down. Isabella brings Kotomi back up to her feet. Side headlock again. And drops the arm across the shoulder. That's the stinger right there. Kotomi's leaned up against the ropes. And Isabella's going to continue the assault with those kicks to the backside of the knee of Kotomi. And now it looks like Isabella's going to do a submission hold on Kotomi. Isabella's really targeting the legs of Kotomi. But Kotomi's going to roll out of it. Isabella a little slow to get up. Kotomi capitalizes on that with a big old forearm across the upper back. And Ruby with the cheap shot on Kotomi as Isabella whipped her into the turnbuckles. And now a reversal. Kotomi grabs Isabella, whips her into the Alliance of Doom's corner, and then tells Isabella to kiss her behind. And Isabella is going to reverse Kotomi. Has control of the wrist, whips her back into the Enforcer's corner. And now we got a tag. I don't know if the ref saw it, so the ref might say something about this. Drop toe hold followed by the elbow to the lower back. I guess the ref heard the slap and is going to let Ruby continue the assault on Kotomi. Kotomi reverses out of that hold. Isabella rocking the black and red look. Kotomi grabs Ruby, puts her in a side headlock.
When you talk about great
Kotomi grabs
like the
corner.
Stevens and Patterson.
Tags in her partner G. Looks like there's going to be a double team on Ruby. Drop toe hold. Oh, they just mocked the Enforcers right there. The same move. The Enforcers did that move when they tagged earlier. Alliance is playing with hot water right there. G's going to extend the arm of Ruby. Hold it down for foot and stomp on the hand several times of Ruby.
Dates back all the way to the early 1900s.
Her Piranha drops G down. Thank you, Mint, for these sparks. And Ruby has that pressure hold on G. It really don't offer much damage, but it can make your whole side go numb if it's held in long enough. And G's going to fight out of it, gets a couple stomps in the back of the knee. Ruby is hurting right now, and G's going to grab the opposite knee of Ruby and slam it into the canvas. And G is going to focus on the legs and knees of Ruby. G sets up Ruby, stomps right in the midsection and then walks over her like utter disrespect. Roundhouse to the middle of the back, followed by a stomp to lower the back, and then a stomp to the lower abdomen. And now G is showing some aggressiveness here with those kicks.
It's going to take a whole heck of a lot more than this to keep her down.
G looks like she's going to try to pop the shoulders out of socket with this. Oh, she decides against it and decides just do the double knees to the back. And G's going to go back on the aggressiveness again by stomping on the hand of Ruby like she did earlier in the match.
The teams became very familiar with one another. In June of 2017, the teams met in a 2 out of 3 falls bout.
G drags Ruby towards the middle of the ring, stomps on the lower midsection, and then once again, G is just being disrespectful right now with Ruby.
Opponents are playing catch up.
Mitt started a little spark train there with those 3 sparks. Thank you, Mitt, for those sparks. G bring Ruby up to a vertical base. Whips her into the corner. T-Monster's going to continue the spark train by dropping some sparks of his own. And then once again, the double team on Ruby. Thank you, T-Monster, for the sparks. Ruby's trying to get the hot tag. She manages to get the hot tag even with the interference of Kotomi. And Isabella is now upset. Drop kick straight to the midsection, drops Kotomi. She backs up as Kotomi gets up just to drop the knee on Kotomi. And then went for the drop kick, but Kotomi sidestepped it. And Kotomi showing a little athleticism right there with that front flip hurricanrana. I'm guessing that's what you would call that move. And now Kotomi's going to stomp on Isabella's hand like G did to Ruby earlier. This is not looking good for the Enforcers. Kotomi goes for the pin. The ref gets position, ref counts to 1, and Isabella kicks out at 1. Kotomi is lining Isabella up for her finisher. Big old right punch, followed by the, I don't even know what to call that. The transition to the side headlock, now into a submission. Is Isabella going to tap? Ruby's not getting in the ring, so Ruby don't think Isabella will tap. She has confidence in her partner.
Not sure why.
And Isabella does not tap, but I think Kotomi might be realizing Isabella was not going to tap. And for those of you that did the pay-per-view predictions and was tuned in yesterday during your matches, you will get your Jokers at the end of this show. And Kotomi gets a 2 count on Isabella. That was a little too close for comfort. Isabella ups to 1 knee. Now she's back up to her feet. Kotomi's playing to the crowd and kicks her, punches her right in the back. Whips her into the Enforcer's corner. Monkey flips her out of the turnbuckles. Mitt with the sparks again. Thank you so much. Isabella with the stomp to the spine. And now Isabella is lining Kotomi up for her finisher.
Look out. This could be it.
Pick.
Cesaro and Sheamus would develop.
This move is devastating. I don't even know what to call this move. Just devastation. Goes for the pin. We got a 1, and G manages to break up before Ruby can go in there and run interference on G. Ruby's going to grab G and toss her clear out of the ring, showing some strength. Ruby may be scrawny, but she does have some strength. Isabella with the stomp to the knee. Isabella brings Kotomi up to her feet. Grabs her, whips her into the Enforcer's corner. Monkey flips her out of the corner again. Isabella wants Kotomi to get up. Kotomi gets the hot tag. G now comes in. Isabella's waiting for G. Grabs her. Face buster across the knee. Thank you for those sparks, Mitt. Once again, 180 leg drop across the chest. Isabella kind of twitched a little there. Isabella grabs G, drags her over towards the Enforcer's corner. Smart move by Isabella. Tags in Ruby. And Ruby is going to blatantly choke G, and the ref is going to allow it.
Tag team action like in singles competition.
Ruby brings G up to a vertical base.
That should signal the beginning.
Grabs her, whips her into the turnbuckles. Kotomi still. Ruby could capitalize while Kotomi's still down. Running Bulldog connects out of the corner. And now Ruby's going to line G up. If she hits this before Kotomi gets up, this might be the end of the match. Ruby with the sleeper hold on Kotomi, showing that viciousness. On G. Will G pass? Will she fall asleep? Kotomi's back up on the apron, and Ruby lets go of the hold, realizing that G was not going to tap or pass out. Ruby brings G up to a vertical base, and G's going to reverse with a swift kick to the midsection. Goes for the close on Ruby, ducks. Ruby grabs G, whips her into the enforcer's corner. Tags in Isabella. Kotomi's trying to distract the ref. Oh, what a punch to the ribs by Isabella to G, followed by a club and blow and a bunch of elbows to the face. Oh, and G with the slap across the chest of Isabella. She whips Isabella into the Alliance's corner, and Kotomi with the cheap shot. The ref almost got ran over with that Irish whip. G taking it to Isabella. What a match amongst these two. What a match amongst these two teams. The women really showing that they belong on this show as well. What is up, John Cena? Thank you for tuning in. G brings Isabella up to a vertical base. Puts her up in the Fire Women's carry. Oh, what a knee to the jawline. G bounces off the ropes. The ref has been knocked out.
What a move. I couldn't be more.
G brings Isabella up to a vertical base. The ref got a little stunned there. I don't know what G's doing. She's trying to back away from Isabella, but not having no luck. Isabella with a quick right jab to G. And an elbow knocks G into the corner. Kotomi tried getting a cheap shot, but Isabella moved out of the way.
Tagged in.
And now Isabella tags in Ruby. Double team here. Drop toe hold, followed by the elbow and the lower back of G. G trying to get the hot tag. Ruby's right there to keep her from doing it. Scrapes G's face across the canvas, drops the elbow, and now Ruby's going to get the crowd behind him. The crowd is going crazy. I don't think they have sat down throughout this match. They are really showing support for these women in the ring.
Could very well mean the beginning of the end.
Ruby rolls G over onto her stomach.
Oh my Lord.
Big old knockout punch. G's down. Ruby brings G up. G is going to reverse though with a knee to the chest.
She's got her in her sights.
G lining Ruby up. I'm losing my voice here.
Going for the big one.
G with the swing and neck break. Hold on, I need to get some drink. I'm losing my voice.
Be the final coffin. And the cover for the win. This is it. 2, 3.
And the Alliance of Doom gets the pin.
Won the match. How about you look at some of the
Sorry about
highlights?
that. I was losing my voice.
Remember this? She's taking care of business.
I thought the Enforcers had that because they had control of that match throughout almost the entirety of it. But for some reason, they just managed to squeak by with the victory.
And if you don't enjoy watching her perform, there's something seriously wrong with you.
Here are your winners, the Queen and Jay
You make me burning, yes, I'm burning away. I like the vibe that you throw in my way.
You know, it didn't happen often, but I can attest, being pinned is humiliating.
Thank you for tuning in tonight, folks. We hope you enjoyed that great match.
All right, let's get set up for our next match as we have number one contender versus number one contender match. It's a women's 2 out of 3 match. Just a normal 1v1 2 out of 3 match. Thought I had a normal. I guess we're going to go extreme 2 out of 3 instead. Maybe that's what I meant to put. All right. This match consists of Akira versus Mrs. Death. And bets are allowed patient bet estimation bet space 0 for Akira or 1 for Mrs. Death, followed by nurse space minus from 1 to 1,000 Jokers. And yes, that is a fail. I thought I made a match for that, but I guess I didn't. That's right. We'll just make it. We'll just take it to the extreme. Why not? Yeah, Akira hamster. Down to the ring. She has overall record of 5 wins and only 1 loss. She is a former Jokers Paradise champion. She was the longest Jokers Paradise women's champion. She is just lost that title at the last pay-per-view. Now, just so you know, I have no idea what my schedule is this week. My boss has yet to call me. So I don't know when the weekly show is going to be this week. I'll let you all know on my socials, though, because my boss has yet to call me.
The following contest is an Extreme Rules Falls Count.
I'll probably try calling him after I get done streaming. That way I have an idea.
One-on-one action. It might sound to me like this crowd already picked the one who they want to win this match.
Yeah, Akira's only loss was when she lost the Joker's Paradise title. But she held that title throughout all of Season 2 and all of Season 3 so far, just now losing it. So Akira held that title for a very long time. Yeah, I don't know if I have to work tomorrow, T-Monster. I have no idea. My normal post that I work at has canceled service, so now I'm just kind of getting thrown at places. Making her way down to the ring, she is the #1 contender for the women's IC title. She has an overall record of 5 wins and 3 losses. She is a former women's intercontinental champion. She is a former queen of winter. She is Mrs. Death. What is up, Wesley Wolf? Thank you for tuning in. It's been a while, Wes. It's been a while.
There is an absolutely big fight feel in the arena tonight for this one.
Yeah, and judging from the vibe here currently, it seems to me like this is the one this sold-out crowd came to see.
Well, he's been keeping me updated. I reach out to him every now and then just see how he's doing. So he's been keeping me updated, at least. This is an extreme 2 out of 3 Falls Count Anywhere match. You have some news, T-Monster? Okay. Bella's ring match is underway, and Mrs. Death grabs Akira, puts her in a side headlock, hooks the arms, and what a butterfly suplex. All right, T-Monster, sounds good. Roundhouse to the upper back. Akira did not like that too much. This is the first ever match between these two. Mrs. Death whips Akira into the ropes, drops below her, leapfrogs over her. Leapfrogs over her again. Akira's not having it. Akira picks up Mrs. Death, backbreaker across the knee. To the upper back. Forearm to the upper back. Mrs. Death gets up to her feet, grabs Akira, hooks the wrist, eat the feet, connects. Big old roundhouse to the chest of Akira. Club and blow to the spine. Akira grabs Mrs. Death, snapmare takedown. Akira drops the elbows across the shoulders of Mrs. Death, slams her onto the canvas. Akira with a stomp. Akira grabs Mrs. Death, showing that core strength, picks her up and slams her down. What a power bomb. Goes for the pin. The ref counts a 1, and Mrs. Death counts out at 1. Or, sorry, pops out at 1, not count out. Roundhouse to the upper back. This is 2 out of 3 falls, so even if Akira would have got the fall there, the match would not be over with. Akira grabs Mrs. Death, hooks the wrist, and Mrs. Death responds with a right, forcing her to let go of that wrist. Akira whips Mrs. Death into the turnbuckles. Big O clothesline connects. Followed by a stomp to the shoulder. Akira going for the submission on Mrs. Death to get that first fall.
She better do something fast.
And Mrs. Death fights out of it. Akira with the shoulder tackle takes down Mrs. Death. I think Mrs. Death head hit that bottom rope. Big O knee to the chest. Mrs. Death is not looking too good. Akira brings Mrs. Death up to a vertical base. Big O right, and Mrs. Death falls down hard. Yeah, loser will lose their number 1 match.
Too early for that.
Yeah, I guess I forgot to say that. Yeah, the loser of this match loses their number 1 contendership for the respective title.
Without a doubt, this is a volatile situation.
Mrs. Death grabs Akira, takes her down with that DDT, stomps on the wrist, stands on the hand, and kicks across the elbow. Akira grabs her elbow right away. That had to be a stinger. Akira with the arm drag. Akira grabs Mrs. Death, walks her over to the ropes. To the ropes. The ref had to step out of the way. And what a right. Mrs. Death grabs Akira, whips her into the turnbuckles face first. Clothesline to the back of the head connects. Mrs. Death brings Akira up to a vertical base. Thank you for that shout out, Monster. Welcome those that just tuned in. I don't know if I missed something in chat or not. Akira with the drop toho takes down Mrs. Death.
Of course, extreme. Oh no.
I'm not getting notifications. Oh, okay.
Talk about taking care of business.
Oh, in chat, looks like I'm not. Mrs. Death gets the first fall of this. My preview's not working, so I can't see the preview. So I didn't know if there were, or what happened. I just saw a bunch of people came in. So thank y'all for tuning in. Mrs. Death rubs the arm right across the bridge of the nose of Akira. Mrs. Death goes for the pin, trying to put this away. We got a 1, we got a 2, and Akira kicks out. Mrs. Death is up 1-0 in his 2 out of 3 false count anywhere match. Mrs. Death grabs Akira. Akira with the arm drag. Akira grabs Mrs. Death. Gut wrench suplex connects. Dang, Team Monster, you're approaching the 2-year mark. Big ol' right, Mrs. Death falls down. Akira is going to line Mrs. Death up to tie this thing up. Big ol' punt to the side of the head. Goes for the pin. The ref is right there. The ref counts a 1. The ref counts a 2. And Akira ties this up at 1 apiece.
Not looking good for her right now.
Akira with the right stuns Mrs. Death as she got up from that pinfall. Oh, what a reversal by Mrs. Death. Mrs. Death grabs Akira. Akira reverses. No, Mrs. Death re-reverses. Now we got a submission in place. So Akira tap. Ref needs to look at that left hand. Akira's swiping like she wants to tap.
For some reason,
and Mrs. Death releases the hold. Mrs. Death rolls Akira over onto her back, goes for the pin. We got a 1, we got a 2, and Akira kicks out at 2.
She just will not give up, Cole.
She's got her where she wants her.
Mrs. Death is lining Akira up.
Uh-oh, here we go,
Facebuster connects. That could be it. Mrs. Death rolls Akira onto her back, goes for the pin to put this away. The ref gives Mrs. Ref counts a 1, the ref counts a 2, and Mrs. Death is your winner, which means Akira loses her #1 contendership for the Paradise Championship.
Extreme Rules is not for the faint of heart, as you can see in these highlights.
Let me go ahead and pay these bets out.
Oh, I can't believe this.
And Mint with the winning bet. Yes, GG's for those women there.
Who could forget this?
Yeah, it never showed up.
Man, this was
Yeah, I never
great.
showed up. Yeah, I'm not getting notifications in chat. I'm sorry, folks. Because T-Monster did a shout out, I'm guessing Fixer threw a
And
host
here's
our
how
way.
she finished
Thank you,
this thing.
Fixer, for throwing that host if you did. And yes, I do have a Discord. I do have social media. Make sure you follow me on all social medias as I post updated breaking news and updated roster and all that on my social medias, as well as any schedule announcement
Here
that
is
needs
your
to happen.
winner, Mrs. Death.
And there's your winner via pinfall.
Few things are more rewarding than that feeling of keeping your opponent's shoulders
Yeah,
down.
T-Monster, it never
for the
popped
3
up in
count.
chat. And like I
It'll
said,
be
my
interesting
preview's
to
not
see the
working, so
fallout
I
following this
didn't
big
see the
singles win
announcement
here
pop
tonight.
up. Because even if my chat, if I don't get notification chat, I still get the announcement pop up in my preview, but my preview is not working today, which is fine. As long as the stream's working, I'm good. All right, our next match now is a match that is new to us, as it is a 1v1 no escape cage match. And we got Jonathon Justice against Alpha. And bets are live. Place your exclamation bet space 04 Alpha or 1 for Jonathon Justice. 5 by our space minus from 1 to 1,000 Jokers. And as always, you gotta have Jokers place your bets and check your Jokers. All you do is type exclamation Jokers in chat. Looks like we got someone's bet didn't go through. Oh no, it did. Okay. Everyone's bet went through. Looks like everyone's going for Alpha right now. Making his way down to the ring. He has an overall record of 3 wins and only 1 loss. He is the founder and general manager of GCW. He is the great one. He is Jonathon Justice.
The following contest is a steel cage match. Making his way to the ring.
Jonathon
from
Justice
Houston,
is a
Texas,
former King of
weighing
Winter.
in at 320
He's won the title 1
pounds,
time.
The great one.
But other than that, he has not won any
Jonathon
other titles here on
Justice.
JJI.
As we look at the steel surround the ring, Corey, what are your thoughts heading in here?
There is nothing more barbaric than this, Cole. It's like we have a couple of caged animals locked up inside that steel.
But this is a first ever match, as it is a steel cage, no escape. So the only way to win is pinfall or submission. Making his way down to the ring, He has an overall record of 2 wins and no losses. He is the current JJI Broadcast Champion. He is a member of the Blood Brothers Federation. He is Alpha.
And his opponent from Raleigh, North Carolina.
Alpha won that JJI title last night in a ladder match.
21 pounds, the prestigious Internet Champion, Alpha.
This ought to be a good match between these two. Both of them are powerhouses.
As the finishing touches get put on the cage, Byron, what are these superstars in for here tonight?
Also, if the sun starts glaring through the camera, let me know in chat. Last time my preview's not working, so I cannot see if there's a glare or not. I did close the blinds before I went live, so hopefully it won't glare in the camera. And Alpha will actually be defending that title after the match card tonight against whoever's in chat whose character I already have. And yes, day one is still saved on my mixer. Probably not tonight, but tomorrow. And then day 2 will be uploaded as well. So if you missed day 1, you can always go back to my VODs on my Mixer channel and check out day 1, which was yesterday. Now, like I said, this is a steel cage, no escape. So the only way to win is pinfall or submission. Or, I threw this in, or knockout. I threw that curveball in on y'all. Alpha hops up on Great One, delivers a barrage of rights to the bridge of the nose of Great One. Kick to the rib cage. Followed by a stomp. Big old roundhouse to the upper back. Alpha shoves Great One down into the canvas. Followed by a stomp. And another stomp. Alpha drags Great One towards the middle of the ring. Gets back on top of him, and this time drops a barrage of lefts across the bridge of the nose of Great One, followed by a stomp to the chest. Alpha grabs Great One single-handedly and slams him down with one hand. What strength by Alpha. Alpha grabs Great One, drags him towards the middle of the ring again. Sets him up and stomps right on the stomach area of Great One. Another stomp to the knee. Alpha drags Great One over onto, or rolls him over onto his back, rolls him back over, stomp to the back of the knee. Alpha brings Great One up to a vertical base. Great One finally getting some offense with that quick kick, and a chin buster connects.
Corey, the WWE Championship match between the Ultimate Warrior and Ravishing
Club and blow towards the top of the head of Alpha. Alpha gets right back up, scoops Great One up, and no, he didn't. He just drops him and now slams him down onto the canvas. He dropped him across the knee, ribs across the knee, and then slammed him down to the canvas. Brings Great One up. Great One with a quick right jab, trying to get some distance between him and Alpha. He turns Alpha around after that quick right jab and tosses him into the turnbuckles. And what a hip toss by Great One. Followed by a stomp to the bridge of the nose. Great One is lining him up. Shining Wizard connects to the back of the head. Stomp to the knee. Another stomp to the knee. Great One finally gets some momentum in his favor. Big old European uppercut. That stunned Alpha briefly. And Alpha takes Great One out by the knee with that shoulder tackle. Roundhouse to the upper back. Stomp to the elbow. Alpha lets Great One get back up to his feet before he hits him with a quick right jab to the jaw. Great One lower midsection. Great One showing off some athleticism here with the sunset flip. Great One cross body. Stomp to the face. Great One grabs. Alpha has control of the elbow. And then twists the shoulder in a peculiar position. Alpha's feeling it as he's trying to shake off the stinger. Great One going for the pin. And I think Alpha kicked out at 2. Great One turns Alpha around, grabs him, whips him into the ropes, over the ropes, into the steel cage. That's the first time the steel cage has been used in any of the matches that involved one of those. Alpha's going to block that roundhouse, strangulates the takedown, takes down Great One. Followed by a forearm to the upper back. And another European uppercut by Great One. These two are going back and forth. Hip toss.
At Extreme Rules, in order to win the match, both members of the team had to exit the cage and have both feet on
Great One brings Alpha up to his feet. Oh, and what a move by Great One. That could be it for Alpha. Great One goes for the pin. We got a 1. We got a 2. And Alpha kicks out at 2. And Great One can't believe it. Alpha gets up to one knee. Great One continues the assault to keep from Alpha really doing much of anything. But he hesitated, and Alpha's going to make him pay with that massive headbutt. Alpha stomped to the lower back. And now Alpha has control of that forehead of Great One. He is going to make him pass out. And Great One, ever the resilience, fights back with those rights to the lower abdomen. You know Great One was in pain, but he was desperate to get out. Oh, what a move by Great One. Alpha's hurt. Great One goes for the pin.
He's got him covered.
We got a 1. We got a 2. And Great One is your winner. A2 is not looking too good for BBF. Honestly.
These superstars in action.
Almost forgot about this one.
I thought Alpha was going to beat Great One after he locked in that massive claw across the forehead, but Great One desperately fought out and managed to walk away with the dub.
And I always enjoyed watching him perform.
This right here is what put Alpha away, right on top of the head.
Here is your winner, the Great One, Jonathon Justice.
And there's your winner here in this singles match.
Wow, he absolutely manhandled him there toward the end.
And that'll do it here for this one-on-one match. I hope you enjoyed it as much as this live crowd appears to have
And Great
enjoyed
One
it.
will improve his record to 4 wins and only 1 loss as Alpha suffers his first loss here on this season of JJI. All right, our next match is a champion versus champion match. As we have a 2 out of 3 Hell in a Cell match. As we have a Cain going up against AJ Anderson. And bets are live. Place for estimation bet space 0 for a Cain or 1 for AJ Anderson. Followed by an space minus from 1 to 1,000 Jokers. This is a 2 out of 3 Hell in a Cell match. Cain is the Joker's world champion, and AJ Anderson is the men's intercontinental champion. You bet 0? Really, Team Monster? Well, you need to change it. There you go. Making his way down to the ring. He has an overall record of 4 wins, 4 losses, and a draw. He is the Joker's world champion. He has the longest entrance ever. He is Cain. And while Cain is making his entrance, your boy's got to use the facilities. I'll be right back.
The following contest is a Hell in a Cell match. Making his way to the ring from the other side of darkness, weighing in at 215 pounds, the World Heavyweight Champion, the Grim Reaper, Akane Champion.
Guys, it'll be interesting to see if the champ's approach changes any here tonight.
I doubt it, Cole. I can see why somebody might think that, given that this is a non-title match, but let's not forget, the champ is still interested in winning matches. It's not like he's going to take the night off just because his title's not on the line.
All right, your boy's back. So, mods, are you ready to do a shout-out train? First of all, shout-out FWE, showing some love to the JJI universe with that Fix-A raid. Making his way down to the ring. He has an overall record of 4 wins, 3 losses, and a draw. He is the men's Intercontinental Champion. He is AJ Anderson.
And his opponent, from Kentucky, weighing in at 220 pounds, the Intercontinental Champion, AJ Anderson.
Shout out to the FWE and the Fix-A raid right there. It's all good, Team Monster. Are you ready for this shout-out train? Wesley, you as well. All right, someone shout out former Mints. It's former underscore and then Mint.
Superstars putting it all on the line here tonight inside.
Oh, it's all good, Team Monster.
And I think it's safe to say that neither one of them will be the same.
There we
again
go.
after
Thank you,
this one,
Wesley.
Cole.
Shout out Ghost Keep Gaming. All one word. Except the G, the K, and the G are capitalized. All right, that's fine. Shout out GSE.
All right,
I believe it's GSE. It might be GS. Yeah, it's GSE.
I can't help but wonder how the champ's game
GS underscore.
knowing that the title is not on the line here tonight.
And hopefully it'll pop up when you do the at GSE. It's like GSE underscore I underscore Bishop underscore I. Yeah, we're going to shout out everybody, Team Monster. We're going to shout out everybody that came with the Fix-A raid. There we go. Thank you, Team Monster. Next up, Huckle Red Berry. T-Monster, I think you got this. You don't need me to lay him off. And then, of course, Isabella Brooks. Shout her out. And then Septic Rock, or Rook. It's Rook, like rookie.
Pin attempt. An easy kick out there. Too soon.
It's like Septic, like a septic tank, and then Rook, like a rookie without the IE, 1489.
He's not appearing too worse for wear, at least not yet anyway.
There's just no way to prepare yourself for the mental and physical anguish you go through when competing in a Hell in a Cell match.
Leg snap. That's going to hurt. Tear your hamstring.
No popping up. All right, let's see if I can do it. He's showing in chat.
Harsh impact.
There we go. And then, of course, shout y'all. Mod, shout yourself out. Now I'm going to get back to this match. Just go through and shout everyone out that's in chat, if you know. Oh, you don't need to shout me out. I'm already here. Roundhouse to the upper back.
He walks away from this match with Cole. He should consider himself
Big old knee to the back of the head.
But let's face it.
This is a Hell in a Cell 2 out of 3.
You're inside the spot.
Wow, I thought he was a goner.
Collar knuckle tie up. AJ pushes the Cain out of the way. AJ grabs a Cain. Puts him through the first and second rope. And drops him with the DDT. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you give everyone that we're shouting out a follow. You shout out my bot. Thank you so much, T-Monster. AJ KO connects, going for the first fall. We got a 1, we got a 2, and AJ gets the first fall. And Cain blocks that. Goes for the baseball drop kick. And a J grabs him mid-flight and drops him on his back, followed by a double stomp. And Cain's going to follow up with the chin buster to the jaw. Drop him. And Cain feeling himself, playing to the crowd a little bit. Stomp to the lower back. And Cain rolls AJ over onto his back. Brings him up to his feet. Whips him into the turnbuckles face first. Big ol' elbow to the lower back and another elbow to the same area. And AJ's going to fight out of the corner with an elbow to the jawline of a Cain. Turns around, swinging neckbreaker connects. AJ brings a Cain up to a vertical base. With the arm drag, takes AJ down. Big ol' spinning heel kick, followed by another kick and a punch, couple punches to the midsection and chest area. AJ falls down, a Cain catching his breath right there. After that combination of moves he just did. Grabs AJ, looks like he's probably going to go for a submission. He's got a submission locked in place. Will AJ tap to tie this up?
Looks like the Moonalock.
And no, AJ is trying to get the crowd behind him. He is going to power out of this.
But the damage might have already been done, Michael.
AJ holding the back of his head as he gets up to his feet. A Cain with the block and the kick to the midsection.
This one's over. Down he goes. That'll do it every time.
AJ's down on his back after that kick by a Cain. A Cain sizing AJ up to make his next move. Jumps up, stomps on the elbow. Brings AJ back up to a vertical base.
Here he goes.
A face buster connects. Followed by a stomp to the knee area. Cain rolls AJ over onto his back, goes for the pin. The ref is right there. The ref counts to 1. The ref counts 2 to tie this up. No, AJ kicks out.
Wow, unbelievable. He's not going to like this.
Cain's lining AJ up to hit fade to black.
He's looking at
Fade to black connects. Tie this up.
This one is
Cain goes for the pin. The ref counts a 1. The ref counts a 2. And no, AJ kicked out of the fade to black. Not many competitors do that. I thought for sure Cain was going to tie it up right there. Cain grabs AJ. AJ's going to fight out of it with that jawbreaker.
I can't
Grabs a Cain, whips him. No, he did not. He turns him back around and a slam. AJ now feeling himself.
Here he goes.
AJ now has a submission on a Cain. Will he put this match away? Will a Cain tap?
He's hurt. This has been one of the most intense back-and-forth battles I've seen in a long time.
No, Cain's going to fight out of it, power out of it.
I can't believe I'm going to...
AJ with the clothesline knocks the Cain down. Another clothesline knocks the Cain down. Cain goes for a plane. AJ drops below the clothesline, and then a slam connects. AJ is now going to kick all around a Cain to probably set him up for the AJ KO.
Punishing the human body. Can he finish him off here?
Oh, man, I had a sneeze. AJ grabs a Cain, whips him into the turnbuckles face first. Turns him around.
I don't know how much more damage one person could take. I don't care how tough.
Sets him up on the top turnbuckle. What is HA setting up here?
Guys, I can't think of a worse place for him to be right now.
AJ with the arm drag off the top rope. Knocks the Cain all the way down to the canvas. AJ brings the Cain up to a vertical base. Grabs him. Whips him into the turnbuckles.
Hold on.
Looks like he's going to get it.
Gets him in position.
This is not going to end well for him, Michael.
AJ quick right, make sure Cain don't move. No. Looks like he's going for a superplex. Superplex connects. AJ brings the Cain up to his feet instead of going for the pin. You question his decision there. AJ grabs the Cain, tosses him into the turnbuckles. Looks like he's going to set him up again. AJ really making use of these turnbuckles in this match.
He's got him in trouble up on the top.
Arm drag again.
Oh, boy, he is rolling.
AJ's going for the ref counts to one, put this away. The ref counts to two, and Cain kicks out just in nick time, and AJ is arguing with the ref. AJ brings the Cain up to a vertical base. It's still 1-0 in this 2 out of 3. AJ setting him up to put this away. DDT connects.
We may be looking at our winner here, guys.
This might be it. This could be the beginning of the end for a Cain. Goes for the pin. The ref counts to 1. The ref counts to 2, and a Cain kicks out again, and AJ started frustrated. He can't believe it. AJ setting a Cain up for the AJ KO. If he knocks this, it's over. If he hits this, it's over. He connects with the AJ KO. Slitter's on top of him. Goes for the pin. We got a 2, and AJ is your winner.
This demonic structure.
Some superstars doing what they do best. Here are the highlights.
Yeah, he's putting in the work. He ain't playing here. He's getting after it here. He really put on a great show.
And AJ will improve his record to 5 wins, 3 losses, and a draw, as the Cain's record drops to 4 wins, 5 losses, and a draw. And if you guys are keeping score, yesterday the women's Intercontinental Champion beat the women's Paradise Champion, and today the men's Intercontinental Champion beat the men's World Champion. So Intercontinental Division showing the strength. I don't know, Intercontinental might be better than the World Division. I don't know. Both Intercontinental Champions won their respective matches. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time. It is time for the conclusion of the tag title turmoil, as we have a ladder match for the Joker's World Tag Team Championships. As we have Ultimate Winter against BBF T-Monster and Josh Cain. As for the World Tag Titles, the conclusion of this whole two-day event. And bets are live. Place your estimation bet space 0 for ultimate winner or 1 for BBF. 500 space minus from 1 to 1,000 jokers. And all bets are doubled for this match. Ultimate Winter survived the tag title turmoil to face this event via a BF. T-Monster, did you really just bet on Ultimate Winter? Shame on you. Yes, you did. Isabella bet right. You didn't. No. Ultimate Winter was 0. BBF was 1. Making their way down to the ring. They are, they have an overall record of 10 wins and only 2 losses. They are the longest reigning Jokers World Tag Champions we've ever had. They are fighting for that title. They are the team of Josh Cain and T-Monster, the Brothers Federation.
Guys, we have incredibly high stakes here tonight in this ladder match.
And it's because of those stakes that I suspect these superstars will do just about anything to be the first one to climb the ladder and grab the gold.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't bet on any matches, this is the match to bet on. T-Monster, Josh Cain, Blood Brothers Federation looking to regain those titles that they lost in a triple threat ladder match at last month's pay-per-view. Making their way down to the ring. They have an overall record of 3 wins and 0 losses. They are the team of Andre Winters, Ultimo Chancery. They are World Tag Champions. They are Ultimate Winter.
As we look up at the title hanging from the rafters, you have to wonder what's going through the superstars' minds right now.
I'd have to imagine a couple things. First, they clearly want to be the first one up the ladder. And secondly,
this Ultimate Winter team, they are a team to be reckoned with. They rose as fast up the tag ladder as BBF did. BBF, I'm going to have to say, is going to have their work cut out in this one. They are definitely going to have their work cut out. Mods watch him. Every day he comes in and does that. BBF looks ready. Ultimate Winter looks ready. The bell is ringing. The match is underway. And I don't know what happened there. Josh Cain slid out of the ring right away to grab a ladder. I think T-Monster went for a dropkick, but Ultimo's dropkick hit first. And now Josh Cain drops Andre down onto the ringside area. Ultimo's going to set up the ladder after he uses Veteran on T-Monster.
Not where he wants to be right now. Hey,
Wesley, he's done it for the last, 5 streams now. Thank you for the host, Wolf. Welcome, thank you for tuning in. crucifix slam, or sorry, drop by Ultimo on T-Monster. Josh Cain and Andre is going at one another outside the ringside area. With this camera, this is the conclusion of this whole takeover. This is the conclusion of the tag title turmoil. Who will walk away the champions? Will BBF get the titles back in their self-named pay-per-view, or will Ultimate Winter continue their destructiveness across the tag team division, as they have not lost a single match and has put all tag teams on notice? Andre's taking it to Josh Cain. Like, I'm going to climb up the ladder while they're busy. Andre realizes that he's going to push the ladder out from underneath T-Monster for T-Monster to get up to the top rung. Josh Cain whips Andre over onto the ring, onto the apron, hits him with a big right. Josh Cain's going to grab the ladder, it looks like. T-Monster's going to go outside the ring, keep Andre in check. However, Ultimo's starting to come too. Ultimo's up to his feet. Looks like he's going to go help his tag partner, and Josh Cain's going to try to sneak up the ladder and get the titles. Andre ran past T-Monster. T-Monster's trying to keep those two at bay. You got T-Monster trying to knock Andre down. You got Ultimo trying to knock Josh Cain down. Oh, and Andre knocked Josh Cain off the ladder onto his partner. The T-Monster, ever the veteran, knocks the ladder out from underneath Andre. Ultimo whips T-Monster into the ropes. Whips him into the ropes again. Whips him into the ropes again, over the top rope, this time onto the apron. Josh Cain's back up to his feet and blocks Andre. T-Monster's been knocked out ringside area. Josh Cain went for a heel kick but missed and fell on top of the ladder. Ultimo has the ladder in place now and uses it as a batarang, but he accidentally hit his partner, and then he hits Josh Cain and hits him again. Now Josh Cain's down. Ultimo drops the ladder. T-Monster's starting to get up to his feet. And Ultimo's going to continue the assault on Josh Cain. Ultimo brings up the ladder, sets up middle of the ring. Andre with the gator roll. T-Monster setting up a bridge outside the ring. Ultimo, though, is up grabbing the titles. T-Monster needs to get in there. He is doing his damnedest to get in there. He slides into the ring. Ultimo has control of the tag titles. And T-Monster's going to jump up and drop the elbow across the back of the knees of Ultimo, as Andre is taking it to Josh Cain right now. BBF is in a corner, and they got to fight out of it right now. T-Monster finally gets Ultimo to release the titles. And Andre went with a clothesline. T-Monster grabs Ultimo, power bombs him off the ladder. I think Andre might have injured himself because he slid out of the ring now. T-Monster is standing up on his own right now, slides out of the ring where Ultimo is. Ultimo grabs T-Monster. Backbreaker to the concrete area, followed by a stomp to the bridge of the nose. Andre's up all fours. Josh Cain's up to his feet now. Josh Cain is going to probably climb up the ladder. He does just that. Ultimo with the spinning heel kick. Andre's back up to his feet. Ultimo takes T-Monster down. Andre's back in the ring where Josh Cain is. And now Ultimate Winter are both in the ring, and they're both trying to get Josh Cain off those titles. T-Monster needs to hurry up and come too, because this could be it. Josh Cain has been knocked down. Andre has the title in hand. T-Monster is on all fours. This could be it. Ultimo standing strong inside the ring to make sure that no one comes in. T-Monster slides into the ring. Josh Cain tries sliding into the ring. He slides into the ring. Josh Cain is trying to figure out how to get Andre off. He's going to try to push the ladder. He does just that. Pushes the ladder out from underneath Andre. Leaves Andre hanging up there. And what a sunset flip by Ultimo to T-Monster all the way down to the ringside area. And Andre loses his grip, falls right on that ladder. Josh Cain's now in the ring with both members of Ultimate Winter. Facebuster connects. Josh Cain sees that Andre's back up to his feet. Grabs the ladder. Uses it as no. He's up to help his partner out. Hits him with an elbow and forces him. Fire connects. T-Monster grabs. He brings him up to his feet. Josh has the ladder in place. Puts it down, realizing T-Monster's in trouble. Turns around, hits Andre right square in the back. Facebuster almost on top of that ladder. Josh Cain realizes that T-Monster now has Andre in control, is going to grab the ladder. Josh Cain is going to one left. to the apron. Versus right. Later, though. And uses Baron not off the apron. Uses Baron and accidentally missed Cain. He was swinging with that ladder. Didn't hit as long as he hit someone. Josh Cain is adding. He's in. He's a go. Take care of him. Andre is now going to take Andre while Osmo is out. T-Master has attacked out back in. Osmo's back in. Josh Cain out. Right section. And Osmo knocks T-Master on. Osmo grabs Josh Cain back up to the feet. A little hard right now. Josh Cain does nothing as Winter regains the title.
He's put on quite a show. Here's another look.
Oh, man, look at that. For one superstar, low light for another. This was another great moment. The entire match, as you can see here.
This was not a good day for BBF. This was not. BBF did not win a single match.
Here are your winners and
Not a single match today.
tag team.
That's sad. But like I said, Ultimate Winters is a tag team you have to be concerned about. You just have to be. They rose to the top fast, and they are undefeated still. They might come close to tying BBF's